Edition of the Colorado-Nebraska rivalry has a theme of family, from Dylan Raiola, his father Dominic, and Uncle Donovan, who's now Nebraska's offensive line coach, to Dion, Shadur, and Shiloh Sanders.
But years ago, a father and son duo from Grand Island made their marks in Lincoln, decades apart in different eras. Look for Casey Mintz profiles the Godowskis.
My dad played there. I had a couple uncles that played there. A cousin that played there in the mid-90s.
Husker football runs through the Godowski family's blood. Tom Godowski played for the team from 1978 through 82 under head coach Tom Osborne. Then a few decades later, his son Andy Godowski played for the Huskers from 2010 to 2012. Both father and son now lead Equitable Bank in Grand Island, and Tom says he grew up in Fullerton watching the golden age of Nebraska football.
Grew up as a fan watching Husker football. Probably attended my first game in 1970 when Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Colorado were 1, 2, and 3 in the country.
And the long family history of playing for the Huskers made being with the team that much more special for Grand Island Senior High alum Andy Godowski.
We had a presence in Lincoln for a long time. My family did, and so it meant a lot to be able to go and wear the jersey and run out on the field and be a part of that.
And for both father and son, the Colorado game was one that held extra importance on the schedule, whether it was back in the 80s or early 2010s.
It was always a big game to get up for, always something that we focused on, always something that got a little bit more attention, definitely a little bit more sharp during practices, something you wanted to make sure you executed when you got on the field.
I was a true freshman, so being part of the scout team, you're doing your best to try to mimic the type of intensity and emotion that goes on in a rivalry game like that for our offense.
And Tom has one piece of advice for everyone who will pack into Memorial Stadium on Saturday night.
People at the game need to be cheering as loud as possible, disrupting Colorado to the greatest extent possible, and making it hard on them. I know we will do that. We always do.
Tom says he sees a close game.
I see it probably in that 31-24 range.
And for Andy, he sees the end result being a little bit wider, but still a one-possession game.
I'm going to say 35-27 Nebraska.
But no matter Nebraska's margin of victory, the mission is clear for Husker football, as it has been in past years.
You just want to make doggone sure that we beat Colorado.